All right, looking back on Saturday, how are you feeling about the 4-3 loss at Wigan?
Yeah, I've parked it now, I've got over it. I've analysed the game again. Lots of things we should have done differently and could have done differently. But we got what we deserved ultimately. We didn't play well enough to win the game. And I know people will highlight the two penalty incidents. One that they got that was outside the box and one that we didn't get that was inside the box. But we shouldn't be looking for a referee. That game shouldn't have unfolded the way it did. And a lot of it was down to the first goal. It was sloppy defending from us. And we never really recovered from that. We got their tails up. And you've got to give them credit. People will just say, oh, we played so badly. That's the reason why the game wasn't won. You've got to give them credit because they played well. But we know we can play a lot better. And when you've got 7 or 8 players who are below par, it's difficult to win any game. Couple of bright spots. I thought Mark Hughes had an excellent game. So I thought Joe Pritchard played well as well. And the subs did make a difference. And that's no detriment to the players who came off because I could have took anybody off. But we have to defend better, and we know we can defend better, and in the main we have defended better this season. So we can't say it's just one of them days and it's a blip, because we've got plenty more games to play, and the proof of the pudding will be in if it's a blip if we go back to defending the way we have been doing. So we'll wait and see, and we'll work hard at trying to get it right for tomorrow.
Is it hard in football, because you do have bad days in the office some days, don't you?
You do, and sometimes you can get carried away. Like me, you've known me long enough to know that I don't get carried away when we win. And when we're on a good run, I've never got carried away with that, and I certainly won't be getting carried away with defeats and being harsh on the players. The players, they're a great set of lads. They work hard. Saturday was, one of them days where things can go against. Everything that could go against us did go against us. And so you have to accept that happens in football. I was talking to John Coleman this morning about it, and it's like a bag of Revels, isn't it? Every now and again you're going to get the coffee one. You don't want one, but you're going to get the coffee one, and if you're not prepared for that, don't buy a bag of Revels. So it's the same. Don't be involved in football if you're not prepared for them bad days.
Steve Evans is Gillingham next. I guess you know what to expect from a Steve Evans side, having come up against him quite a lot of times.
Yeah, and he's always produced good sides. He's always produced winning sides, and they've been on a good run, similar to us. And then they've lost on Saturday. He was quite critical of his team's performance in the first half, and then he did improve in the second half. I have watched bits of the game, and he's probably accurate with his reflection. But we know it's going to be a tough game, and we know the style of football they're going to play, and we've got to try and find a way to combat that.
Bit of an odd kick-off time at 5:30 as well. Will that affect you in any way?
Not at all. And it's good for us because we're going to get home, Andy. And it's a long trip to Kent. So, but no, the kick-off time won't have a bearing on it. We have got, this is the second of a trilogy of away games, and we've just got to try and perform as best we can.
Is there any injuries or anything, or are you thinking about reshuffling your pack? Do you think there's some tired legs in there? I wouldn't say I'm thinking shuffling pretty much, because you don't just knee-jerk react to things, but there's going to be tired lads. We were off for 2 weeks. A lot of the lads have been seriously ill, so that has had to take some kind of effect on us. We know that, but thankfully we didn't have. We had a couple of bumps and bruises, but no major injuries on Saturday. So whatever team I put out, I know they'll be able to give me the role. Do you relish the challenge of trying to bounce back? Is that what you enjoy about football? I
think that's you've got to. That's the beauty of football. That you've got a chance to right the wrongs immediately. It probably would have been difficult if we'd have had a week or 2 weeks to stew on that defeat. But we will learn from it. We'll analyse it with the videos tonight, and then we'll move on, and we'll hopefully get better.